What if I told you that never being chosen might just be your greatest advantage? Yeah, I know, that sounds like something people say to make rejection sting less. But stay with me. There's a quiet power in being overlooked that most people never tap into. When you're not the first pick, when you're constantly the second choice, or not even a choice at all, you're forced to see the world through sharper eyes. You learn to read the room, feel energy shifts, and notice things others miss. That's not weakness, that's emotional intelligence in the rawest form. But let's be honest, it hurts. It feels personal. Whether it's not getting picked for a job, being the backup friend, or watching someone else get the love you crave, it chips away at your self-worth. You start wondering, what's wrong with me? Why am I always the one left out? The truth? Nothing's wrong with you. In fact, the psychology of being overlooked shows that those who are rejected often develop deeper empathy, stronger emotional resilience, and sharper social insight than those who are always chosen. So in this video, we're going deep. We'll unpack the psychology of underdogs, why being ignored affects you more than you think, and, most importantly, how to turn that pain into a quiet kind of power. Because when you understand the hidden power of empathy and how rejection shapes emotional strength, you're not just surviving, you're becoming unstoppable. The hidden lessons of being overlooked. You can learn a lot when you're not the first one picked. It forces you to observe, listen, and adapt, skills that people at the top often never develop. The person who's always the second choice is usually the one who ends up seeing the full picture. They're watching how people move, how decisions are made, how dynamics shift. And that's psychological insight most people pay therapists to gain. Ever notice how those who've been left out tend to be better at reading emotions? That's no accident. This kind of experience builds empathy through pain. Think about it. When someone's been on the receiving end of silence, ghosting, or rejection, they know what not to do. They know how to make others feel seen because they know what it's like to feel invisible. That's not weakness, it's a kind of superpower. And when they speak, it hits different. Why? Because people can feel the lived experience behind every word. That's the quiet power psychology we rarely talk about. There's also a unique kind of emotional strength from rejection. Being passed over doesn't make you fragile. It gives you the grit most people don't even realize they're missing. But most don't tap into that. Instead, they internalize the rejection and shrink. What if instead you leaned into it? Start journaling every time you feel overlooked and use that as emotional data, like a researcher gathering clues, because hidden in that pain is something most people never discover. How rejection sharpens emotional intelligence. Rejection has a way of making you painfully self-aware, but here's the twist. That self-awareness, if harnessed, evolves into emotional intelligence skills that most people never develop. When someone ignores your presence or skips over your value, you begin to notice patterns, not just in them, but in yourself. You recognize when you're people-pleasing. You catch when you're shrinking. That's how you build emotional resilience, not in comfort, but in discomfort. This is why so many emotionally intelligent people are the ones who once felt invisible. They're used to walking into a room and sensing who's open, who's closed off, who's pretending. That kind of behavior psychology isn't taught, it's earned, and it's powerful. You want to understand human behavior explained in real time? Ask the one who's been left out of the spotlight. They've studied the shadows. So how do you sharpen this into a skill? Start practicing empathetic detachment, the art of seeing someone's behavior as information, not a personal attack. Someone doesn't respond to your message? Instead of spiraling, observe what might be going on with them. This small shift rewires your brain for empathy and rejection management. And hey, if this is making you go, wow, that's exactly what I needed to hear, maybe share this with someone who needs it too. Or hit the like so this message reaches someone else feeling a bit unseen today. The quiet power of not being the first choice. There's something wildly underestimated about the person who's not the first choice. That person learns patience, persistence, and how to build value from within, not from applause. This is where the psychology of underdogs kicks in. While others are chasing validation, you're sharpening your edge. You're becoming the person people regret not choosing sooner. And that's not ego, it's emotional strength from rejection turning into quiet confidence. People who are always chosen tend to build identity on being wanted, but those who aren't, they build identity on being real. When you're not given the easy route, you find creative ways through the back door. Think of artists who weren't noticed until years later, or entrepreneurs who failed publicly before building something unshakable. That's turning rejection into strength in action. It's a blueprint of resilience hidden in plain sight. And what's wild? Those who've been overlooked often develop stronger self-worth and rejection management over time. Why? Because they stop waiting for permission. They stop chasing roles they were never meant to play and start writing their own script. If you've ever felt like you weren't the one, maybe you were being prepared to become something bigger, something others don't even see coming yet. So here's the truth. Being overlooked, rejected, or never chosen isn't the end of your story. It might actually be the beginning of your transformation. You've just walked through the psychology of what it means to be the underdog, to feel like second best, and how that pain secretly forges the most emotionally intelligent, empathetic, and quietly powerful people on the planet. The only question is, what are you going to do with that power? Will you keep replaying the rejection, or will you use it as fuel to grow? Are you going to keep wondering why you weren't chosen, or start showing the world why they should have? If even one part of this resonated with you, imagine what would happen if you actually applied it. Journal your patterns, practice detachment, observe more than you react. Build emotional intelligence like it's your superpower, because honestly, it is. Oh, and one last thing. If you found value here, there's a good chance someone else will too. So, yeah, maybe share it, hit the like, or even subscribe if you're into growing this kind of strength. This channel's here to help you keep learning, healing, and getting quietly unstoppable. Let's keep going, yeah?